The things you see in Quartzsite.
What else do we need to do?
Alright, I got the honey pot, load one, and hooked up. Now let's go to the dump station. You know, when we were in the Army, they always told us that there was a sign because it's happened. What about this one?
Welcome to the channel of the Roving Veterans.
I'm Rob.
And I'm Bethany.
And don't forget about our dog, the Traveling Maverick.
We chose our name because we RV, and we're also both military veterans.
We bought our first camper in 2020 and been full-time ever since.
Alright, y'all. 1,600 miles, a little over 1,600 miles, but we finally made it to Posa South. Just remember, the office closes about like government employees close their jobs. So just remember that whenever you get ready to go to pay, because you might not be able to. But you can come back later.
Got Maverick out the well. He was out the window for a minute. But we do got Shauna and Scott back there. They're going to show us where we're going because we're going to be camping with them for the next couple of months.
First, got to do this part. Time to dump.
I guess I'm going to set this line, but we're going to run out of fuel.
Oh, look at Maverick. He's back there really excited that he saw his girlfriend and he's about to be having his little buddy for the next few months. So he's excited.
First dump of Quartzsite. Just got here, just pulled in, and now it's time for the fun part. Dumping. Officially here, we officially made it to Quartzsite. Let me show you around. All right, it is December 8th. We got the dumpsters over here. There was nobody at the dump line, which was amazing. And now we're doing our dump. And there's your 360 view of Quartzsite, Posa South. That thing's like motorized. It almost looks like a go-kart in the air, to be completely honest. Feeling some El Watero. Home sweet home till sometime. I don't know. I know we're going to the Grand Design Rally in February here, but we'll be over here until then.
There is way more than enough space in Quartzsite for everybody who wants to be there, and to have plenty of space. However, you're going to want to remember there are lots of washes you have to drive across to get to the more open areas. So consider that when you're picking your spot.
It's dusty in Quartzsite. Yeah. It's dusty. Can no longer read the license plate. I swear it's dustier in real life than the camera makes it look. Cameras always make things look clearer, I feel like. I'm sick. I'm sick. Like actually sick. So, well, you have to push it out if you want it out. Alright, we officially made it to Quartzsite. We got the camper set up and all that. Rob's out hanging out with Jant's Road Tripping and Gypsy Trails. Randy is Gypsy Trails. And then Shauna and Scott are Jant's Road Tripping. He's out there with them, but I've been sick for days. Sneezing, snotting, I've been saying it's my allergies. Still don't really know for sure. But Rob's nephew, he just found out, has RSV. Well, we were with him right before we came out this way. RSV is highly contagious, so, I mean, I've already seen all of them, and Rob didn't tell me that until after I hugged all of them, but I'm going to kind of stay in the camper and see what happens if it gets better. Good. It's probably just allergies, because every time I go to my hometown, I end up with a sinus infection. I've ended up with walking pneumonia before even, because it's allergy bowl. That's what I've always said, is our hometown is an allergy bowl. My whole life, even growing up, I would keep, seems like, sinus infections quarterly. So I've been thinking it was that, but I just don't know. And because I just don't know yet, I'm going to kind of isolate a little bit. And so I'm in here eating my ramen because I just don't feel like cooking. And, well, Rob's not going to cook because I don't think he knows how. And I'm not going to make him, not going to ask him to. So I'm just going to eat my ramen and let him hang out with him. Today is morning one of Quartzite for me and Rob. First breakfast in Quartzite. It is December 9th, I think. Is it December 9th? I think. So, we're getting this winter started.
It's Monday.
And I'm still sounding like I'm sick because I still am. Master Chef Sky over here making some potatoes.
Possum, but I wore my arms out yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Doing it. I was doing the juggle thing. But
All right, this is our second night here in Quartzite. Bethany just cooked us a delicious meal.
Yes, I made a Italian chicken and an Alfredo, all made from scratch. I took the fresh seasonings that I had in here, mixed it with some avocado oil, and made me a chicken marinade for the Italian chicken. Then for the Alfredo, Alfredo, so buttercream, and I put some Parmesan in there, and I had a little bit of garlic powder, onion powder, and a little bit of salt, and it was very good. So,
Jeez. Almost 30 mile per hour. Gus. Sustained in the 20s. It is crazy here. And it's not that cold, 60, but get out there in a 30 mile per hour wind and 60, even at 60,
it feels windy.
it'll feel
It feels
chilly.
cold, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm still a little sick. Well, now that we've officially made it to Quartzsite, we're after 24 hours in, and I'm organizing my cabinets again because everything's shifted in movement because we did just go like 1,600 miles across the country. So everything was a mess when I went to open. Obviously, that always happens, but that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to organize my stuff. So everybody's kind of doing stuff today, so it's a good time to get organized. Outside our door out here is our buddy Lou. He's going to park right there, and he is going to put his little wigwam teepee tent up. And I know last year he cut our hair in this room right here, in our garage room. What are we going to do today, Rob?
Today we got to go get some propane. I got 3 bottles ready and a trash run to make. It feels like we make a bag of trash a day sometimes. I don't know.
Depends on how much I cook, to be completely honest, I feel like, because if I'm not making much, I don't have a bunch of stuff. I don't know, it's probably more than that. But also, we literally just crossed the country, and I don't know if we dumped the trash anywhere, so I guess we've done pretty good.
Can't remember now that I'm thinking. Oh, no, yeah, I did in New Mexico, I think. I dumped trash in New Mexico, I believe.
That's the last time. We're pretty much on the California border, that part of Arizona. But let's go. Let's get some chores done. Lou got his TP up.
Started. It was just behind the...
He's working on his flagpole. The good thing about Quartzsite is they have the dumpsters to the side, but they build it up right here to where you can drive right up and you don't have to throw your dumpster trash as high up.
RV relief. Propane, water, and dump, looks like. That'd be a good stop if we are coming into town next time. We could get all that out of the way.
I feel like they didn't have that last year. I feel like that's new. Is that new? It looks new, actually.
Look, they give a military discount, first responder discount.
We got 3 of them today, so this one's going to probably be a pretty penny. So RV relief, our receipt shows $58.33. We got over 18 gallons of propane. I don't remember the exact number. It don't show in here, but a little over 18 gallons of propane. They do offer a 10% military first responder discount, and they also charge a 2.5% credit card fee. So we ended up still getting like a 7.5% discount. So winning.
Bottles back in there, huh?
Alright, Rob's going to get the propane put back in up here.
These are reverse threaded, so you gotta twist it lefty to tighten it in there. But once they get going in there, they're a good connection. Be happy with them.
We got our neighbor and friend Lou out here. Looks like he's getting his set up all videoed and such. It's turned cold, a little bit colder, so I shut the glass now. But it's almost dinner time, so now it's time to go cook some food and eat it. Alright, well, it's bright and early on a whatever day it is today. Morning 2 being in Quartzsite, and I'm going to do some laundry. I did one load before I left my uncle's in Tennessee, but it's still been a week at this point, so time to do some more laundry. And this time we're doing the sheets, because we're here, we got propane filled, we have our tanks filled, we dumped. We got everything done, so if I can get the laundry done today, then I'll feel like there's nothing we have to do for quite some time. So let's go. Today we had craft day with Shauna and Scott and Lou, and by that I mean they got a fold sign at a pawn shop, and I am turning it into a sign to show everybody kind of the area we're all in. We're having craft day, and I got a little bit of green paint on my shirt, and I did not even paint. Clumsy me. This is why I don't do heights, because I'll die. Anyway. So tonight, done finally at it's 7:40, and I'm almost done with dinner. Actually, we are making tuna steaks with a lemon butter dill sauce, and because Shauna made us some cheese sticks while I was crafting, it was like 5 or 6. I called it an appetizer. So we had our appetizer at Shauna and Scott's yurt, and now we're having the main course of tuna steaks with a lemon butter dill sauce and a garlic onion Parmesan asparagus. Sounds nice and healthy, don't it? And it's going to be good. The things you see in Quartzsite. So we have a civilized dog, domesticated. He follows the path back home when I call him. He don't walk through the rocks. He walks right on the path. We're on morning 3 of Quartzsite, and one thing I will say is a lot of people run out of easy ideas or things to do for meals. Well, Rob likes breakfast. I like breakfast okay. It's not my favorite meal of the day, but he loves breakfast. So I had to try to figure out ways to keep it a little less boring. Bacon, eggs, biscuit. That's something people do all the time, right? Well, get a pizza crust, this is what I did. In a can pizza crust. Throw the dough in the oven for about 10 minutes until it starts to be almost cooked. Then I add my toppings. I added some marinara. I already cooked my bacon and put it on the very bottom layer. Then I added a layer of cheese. Then I added the egg. Now I'm going to add the extra bacon on Rob's side because I don't need extra bacon, but he loves bacon. And I did him a scrambled egg on his side and put it on here. I did myself a fried egg and put it on here. And I'm about to put it back in the Ninja for a few minutes to warm it all back up. And then just like that, you have a whole meal for breakfast. And it's not your basic bacon, egg, and biscuit and cheese. However you do that. Mine's going to be a whole thing. Put it in.
For breakfast. At 11:17.
That's why I said brunch.
Brunch.
You slept in today.
Either way, that looks pretty delish right there.
And it ain't even done yet. It's time to go in the oven and warm it up. Then I'll show you the final product.
Out in the wilderness.
Brunch is ready. We're going to have a breakfast pizza, and we're going to have this wonderful, phenomenal Quartzsite view. In the meantime, check out how amazing this pizza looks. How's that side
Man,
look?
that looks good.
Good thing about making pizza is you can customize it. Put whoever wants on what side, and everybody's happy.
Pretty excited about this pizza.
On my side, I've got tomato, fried egg over easy though, bacon, pizza sauce, cheese. Rob has a scrambled egg with bacon, no tomato, cheese, and marinara, and the beautiful desert mountain view with the old traveling Maverick just sleeping over there on the patio. Y'all, the Quartzsite sunsets never disappoint. Got some Christmas cookies made. Yeah, I did elf, but then I got, but we finally got all of our Christmas stuff out, I think. So we're going to show you what it looks like. Let's see. I guess I'll start with the inside, huh? We always have our slide decorated. We don't just always have it on, but from time to time, if I'm having a bad day, I'll turn that on because it's Christmas lights and it makes me happy. But check this out. Okay, so I have a few different types of lights because, well, I've just added more through the years. This one I just got at Five Below just the other day, and it's solar powered. This is the only one that has solar powered, so if we have a good solar day, it's going to come on anyway. These ones, you can change what they look like, but I just got them all, the white color right now. But I got those off of Amazon. Then you move to all of our moving, dancing snowflakes. I mean, it's the middle of the desert, that's not happening, but it just makes you, Christmas season. So this is what we look like from the front. And remember, for any of you who think, oh my goodness, you're causing too much light, it's the middle of the desert. And where's it at? It's a full moon tonight. You're not getting star days in as much anyway. Love it. Also, for those of you who don't know, when you keep lights under your rig like that, it keeps mice away. So, double win there. Looking like Christmas and no mice. Alright, so we're officially a week and a day into Quartzsite, and we need to dump tanks. Rob's decided he don't want to, so I can do it or it's not going to get done. So, today, I'm going to go do the honey pot. Alright, I got the honey pot, load one, and hooked up. Now let's go to the dump station. I feel like I didn't do too terrible. There's about 5 people in line, which is kind of a lot for this time of season. But the place where you can dump your honey pots is closed until Tuesday. We can't wait till Tuesday because we got water coming up in the sink. So it's now in line because I can't wait till tomorrow. However, might wait till tomorrow for round 2 because this has made at least enough room in there to where I can do a little, you know what I mean? Alright, doing the first water bladder experience of Quartzsite for this season. Rob decided he didn't want help, so he's in the camper. I'm just telling you what, if I can do all this by myself, you can too. So we got a big old rig. I've done the honey pot, now I'm doing the water. If I can do this by myself, you can too. So don't be discouraged to be a solo traveler. I'm not even a solo traveler, but I'm doing it by myself. So if I can, I know you can too. Multiple water stations here at Quartzsite. The dump station is on the other side of this Class C Winnebago. There's the trash for the dumpsters. There's another water station right there. There's 2 sides on each one of these as well. So there's a lot more water than there is dump stations. So only bad thing about that is they closed the water off right around 4, and it's about 4 now. So I just happened to look down to see what time it was. I was like, oh, if I want actually to cook tonight, I'm probably gonna have to go get water because I decided to shower today. Well, this is like my 3rd shower in a week, so I'm doing pretty good. It's like every other day. Yeah, I ain't the stinky one in here. You know, when we were in the Army, they always told us that there was a sign because it's happened. What about this one? Do not bathe or wash vehicles at the station. Which probably means both has happened. So morning, I don't know at this point, of Quartzsite boondocking, and today we're making waffles for breakfast. Got some plain ones already in the microwave staying warm, and now we're gonna make chocolate chip ones. So Lou's gonna be over here for breakfast in a minute. I think Shauna and Scott have already eaten, but hey, we're gonna have a nice little waffle breakfast.
What else do we need to do?
We got breakfast with Lou and Rob, and we're gonna have waffles. We've got some plain ones, and then we've got some chocolate chip ones. And Maverick's laying in the sun on this beautiful day. Alright, y'all, we're a little bit behind on our YouTube videos. We are hanging out in the Desert Nomad Zone. So, this is our sign. I spent a couple days making it and we're finally finished. But, so we've got Lou over here. This is us. And then we've got Gents road tripping over here. We hang out in the yurt a lot, most nights.
Good.
So here's our sign. And there's our camp.
This episode is our first week and a half of our second trip to Quartzsite. As you could hear at the beginning of this, I was pretty sick on part of the very first part of our trip in the first week and 10 days that we were here, so I didn't really quite capture as much footage as typical. You'll get a lot better footage the next few videos you got coming towards you from Quartzsite again. As stated, we did stay for the Grand Design Rally, so that wasn't till February. Well, that's about it for this episode, minus pictures. We are the Roving Vets. We are a travel channel here on YouTube, and we are a full-time RV living couple. If you want to see more travel videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you again next week. We post videos every Tuesday. Thanks for watching. See y'all again next week.